Bariga, Lagos, 2:13 a.m. A woman hides under her bed, clutching her 3 children as gunfire rings out in the distance. Outside, 5 masked men roam from compound to compound, collecting phones, wallets, and sometimes blood. One name echoes from the streets to the slums, to the police barracks that fear him. Fatai the Butcher Olalekan. Not just a street thug. Not just a drug lord. He was Bariga's nightmare and the system's open secret. Fatai's mother, Mama Dupe, was a pepper seller at Bariga Market. His father, unknown. By age 10, Fatai was already robbing meat from roadside bukas and outrunning Agbaros. He had no schooling, no boundaries, just an instinct to survive. Bariga in the late 1990s was chaotic. Poor drainage, collapsing buildings, thugs used as political foot soldiers. Fatai joined a group called the Omo Ida Boys, known for petty theft and street fights. By 16, he had already killed. His first kill wasn't planned. During a turf war, he stabbed a rival in the chest with a broken bottle. The moment the blood spilled, something in him awakened, a thirst for control. Every notorious Lagos gangster has an initiation story. Fatai's was whispered in ghettos for years. To prove his loyalty to a rising crime syndicate known as Omo, Fatai was ordered to storm a police checkpoint at midnight and retrieve a weapon. He didn't just retrieve the weapon. He set the checkpoint on fire. 2 officers died in the blaze. That was when the gang gave him his name, the Butcher, for how swiftly and brutally he operated. From then on, he wore red beads, thick tribal marks across his back, and a dagger strapped to his waist, even when walking in daylight. Fatai's empire grew in phases. Phase 1, robberies, targeting commuters, small shops, and beer parlors. Phase 2, drug trafficking, mainly tramadol, loud, and codeine, imported from Ghana and northern Nigeria. Phase 3, extortion and protection. He started collecting tithes from bus drivers, vendors, and even brothels. If you refused, your shop would burn. He controlled over 8 gangs under his umbrella, each with its own boss, all answering to Fatai. Women feared him. Men respected him. Children admired him until they were recruited as lookouts or delivery boys. The entire community was caged in fear. Despite countless complaints, Fatai was never caught. Why? Corruption. Multiple DPOs, divisional police officers, of Bariga Police Station were on his payroll. When SARS agents came to raid his known apartment, they found nothing every time. Even the military checkpoint near Akoka once let him through with weapons stashed in a coffin in the back of a bus. During election cycles, politicians used him. Fatai's gang would steal ballot boxes, harass voters, and guarantee wins in certain wards. In return, his crimes were ignored. He wasn't a ghost, he was protected. The turning point came on June 11, 2017. A cash transit van carrying 45 million Nigerian nairas was ambushed at a fuel station along Ikorodu Road. It was like a scene from a Nollywood thriller. Armed men blocked the road with 2 trucks. They wore fake military uniforms. They opened fire on the van, killing 3 policemen and 2 civilians. Eyewitnesses said the gang arrived and left within 10 minutes. The money vanished. The gang left no trace, except for a red bead dropped at the scene. Everyone knew who it belonged to, the Butcher. This robbery caused international attention. The IG of police ordered a manhunt. The Lagos State Police launched Operation Thunderbolt, a joint task force between SARS, mobile police, and DSS informants. Fatai, now the most wanted man in Lagos, went underground, but he wasn't hiding in the bush. He was living in a luxury short-let apartment in Iobo, with armed guards, girlfriends, and a prayer room. He believed he was untouchable. What he didn't know was that his best friend and second-in-command, Lonra Small Fire Ajayi, had been arrested during a drug run in Sagamu. Lonra cracked under pressure. For weeks, he fed the police locations, routes, and meeting points, all while pretending to still serve Fatai. September 3, 2019, 2:40 a.m. SARS agents stormed Fatai's safe house. What followed was a 45-minute gun battle. Neighbors said it felt like a war zone. One of the women inside tried to escape but was caught. 2 gang members died. Fatai, bleeding from the leg, tried to crawl through a secret tunnel in the bathroom. He was dragged out, covered in dust and blood, muttering incantations. The arrest made headlines across Nigeria. Residents of Bariga danced in the streets. But it wasn't the end. In prison, Fatai remained cocky. He promised revenge. He allegedly paid off guards. Then, rumors began to spread that he was planning an escape. Weeks later, a fire mysteriously destroyed part of the Kirikiri prison records room. Then on October 14, 2019, Fatai was found dead in his cell, hanged. But the autopsy was never released. Some said he had been poisoned. Others believed he was silenced by powerful politicians who feared what he might confess. No one was charged. No investigation launched. Just silence. Bariga hasn't fully recovered. His lieutenants scattered. Some rebranded. Others formed rival cults, triggering fresh waves of violence. But the legend of Fatai the Butcher olalekan lives on, in whispers, songs, and gang graffiti. He wasn't just a criminal. He was a symbol of what happens when poverty, politics, and corruption collide. And as long as those forces remain in play, another butcher is only a heartbeat away.